All right, so what else we got? Nick, what else is on your list we haven't talked about a little bit?
I had, let's see, we already touched on it. Amity, Exorcist, Psycho. I put Pumpkinhead in there. Like I said, that was just it's my favorite. It's my very favorite. When it comes to Halloween, it's tradition. I have to watch The Crow and Pumpkinhead. Those are my two Halloween movies I have to watch every year. I love Pumpkinhead. As a kid, I could watch it and feel like I was watching a scary movie, but not actually be afraid. The monster is the coolest. Like you said, the challenge before. I challenge anybody to find me a cooler monster or something from Pumpkinhead's badass. It's just awesome. I particularly love the scene. It's just all very cool. Like he takes the one kid and like smears his bloody corpse against the window when the kids are in there hiding in the cabin. He takes the girl up the trees, carving a cross into her forehead with his fingers. It's cool. He's not scary. The old lady in the cabin, the witch that summons him, is by far the scariest thing in that movie to me. But it's my favorite. It's my very favorite. I don't think it's scary, but I just think it's cool. So that's that one. Did you have something to say?
I remember nothing about that movie. Nothing. I remember it being out. I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah. Until it came out of your mouth, I didn't know it was a movie.
There's like 4 or 5 of them. Only the first 1.5 are worth watching. The first one is awesome. The second one's okay. Watch the second one. That's stop. There's a bunch of stupid things that people made.
You remind me of, and I can't believe that I didn't even think about this when making my list. Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Poltergeist. Because when you said
Poltergeist didn't make anybody's list.
Because one of the scariest characters to me is Kane from Poltergeist.
Yeah.
He creeped me the fuck out in any genre of movies.
Yeah.
He was scary.
Yeah. Saw that in the theater as a kid. That was frightening at the time. All right, so we'll have. I envision we'll have a Pumpkinhead marathon Sunday.
Yeah,
absolutely. For the holidays, Nick. That would be a nice.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
A nice Christmassy thing or something. Dean, what else? So you had Candyman and Nightmare on Elm Street. We haven't talked about yet.
I mean, Nightmare on Elm Street is. I mean, I think it's. I don't want to say generic, but we all know why it's scary and what it did to pop culture. When I was a kid, you had, to me, the music made it scary. Like if you put that to silence, doesn't have the effect that music had, coming down the boiler room, that eerie, music to it. I think that did that for that movie. If you guys have anything on Nightmare on Elm Street.
You know what? We watched that the other night. Allie and I. She had not seen that movie her entire life until we watched it a couple nights ago, and I had the box set of all those. And to me, it held up well. The concept is very terrifying. You cannot escape this monster unless you fall asleep, and you'd realize that, and eventually you will fall asleep. You can't help yourself, right? The storyline was fantastic, with the parents, avenging child, the neighborhood and all that stuff. Robert Englund, he wasn't as goofy in that movie. He was completely terrifying.
Right.
And the effects were all. This was in 1984. This came out. Yeah, the effects back then was all.
When Johnny Depp got shot,
they had to build all that stuff. What's that? Yeah. Johnny Depp's first movie, he was terrific. Nancy, the actress there, was great. Just the whole story, it was top to bottom a solid, scary. The end was kind of a weird payoff, sort of. But yeah, you're right. Freddy Krueger took you figure at that point you had Michael Myers, who was terrifying, but obviously just silently walking. And then you had Jason was around again, just a lumbering killer. Freddy Krueger brought personality into and you almost got, it was almost weird as those movies progressed. You were sort of rooting for Freddy Krueger in some respects to get after the teenagers and funny stuff.
He became personable and funny.
Yeah, Robert Englund was just fantastic in that role. I mean, some of those movies got bad, of course, like anything, but that first movie still, I agree, holds up pretty good.
And not to mention, I don't know if you guys know this fact, but that film started one of the greatest hip-hop triumphs of all time, Nightmare on My Street by Will Smith and DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Yeah,
of course.
It's a banger, man.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Right.
Sorry, I don't bring anything to the show. I apologize.
No,
also the Fat Boys had a Freddy Krueger rap as well, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
All right, Dean, the Candyman. What about Candyman was frightening?
Once again, probably
1992.
If I watched it today, would probably.
I've never seen this one. I don't know anything about Candyman.
All I remember is I distinctly remember being at a neighbor's house watching it, and you just felt uneasy because you had to look into the mirror in the bathroom, call his name, the old tripe. And I remember it freaked me out. I went up there and somebody whispered into the bathroom, and I got freaked out and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's one of those that just. It's probably not a great movie or even a great horror movie, but that moment of how scared I was that night watching it kind of always sticks to my head. So I put that. It probably could have been bounced up. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and bounce it off that list and put Poltergeist on my list. So fuck you, Ken.
Oh, all right. Late switcheroo.
Yeah. That's right.
All right. Well, the one that I had, I just wanted to bring up. I don't know if either of you guys have seen it. We were talking about what makes a good horror movie or whatever. These are a lot of older movies. I think most of the films we have are relatively older. I really liked, and this is not new by any stretch, but I really like 13 Ghosts. Did either one of you guys watch? That was originally on my list until I forgot about Psycho, and then I got bumped. Yeah, and the hot naked ghost, and it was an original storyline which I liked. It was something different. Like it was something it wasn't the typical killer thing. I like that movie. I don't know. That one
was with glasses.
What's that?
He had to have the special glasses to see the
ghosts.
ghosts.
Right, to see them. It was like he was like a rich guy that collected souls.
Yeah.
Or something, and he 13 of them. And there was some sort of
movie, or the best scenes was when that rope comes down and cuts everybody in half.
That was ghost ship.
Oh, okay.
But that's a great scene.
I mean, it was both a ship, right? Or no, one was a house, wasn't it?
Yeah, the one in the house. It was Matthew Lillard, and they're in a house with 13 ghosts. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I want a shout out where everybody gets cut in half.
Yeah.
I thought about the same thing that when I looked at our list. I mean, the most recent movie was 1999? No. Yeah. So I was gonna. I don't. What is a good scary movie in the last 10 years?
Give me for me. Full disclosure, I don't really watch a lot of scary movies because anymore it seems like, and that seems to be the trend, that you see the scariest parts in the trailers. They want to get you there, and then once they have your money, like who gives a shit what they show you? It's just, they've shown you the scariest parts. So I don't know. I don't watch a lot of horror movies because I think the last one I really gave a good shot was The Descent, or not The Descent. Hereditary. It came out a couple years ago. Yeah. It was all the hype. Everybody online was talking about it, and I was like, all right, I'm going to check it out and see how it is. There was one scene that caught me off guard, and there were creepy parts, but the end, it's almost like in the last 10 minutes, they're like, oh, shit, we got 10 more minutes. Let's wrap this up, put a bow on it, and call it a day. Yeah. It ended abruptly and very confusingly, and I wasn't impressed, and I just don't watch a lot of them. So, I mean, there's not a lot of good newer ones.
I took my poor daughter Peyton to go see that movie on Father's Day a couple years ago.
Oh, did you?
How'd that go?
I'm like, let's go see Hereditary. Let's go see a scary movie. She's like, okay. I remember sitting with her. I'm just like, what in the world? What was I thinking to bring my poor daughter, who had to come with me on Father's Day? Bless her heart, Peyton. Love you.
Yeah.
We're both like, this got really weird, really fast.
Yeah, it did.
Down with his flashlight. He's checking it. He goes, sir, are you guys okay? Oh, and here's your Father of the Year trophy. Right there.
Yeah, Get Out, I thought was good. That was a good thriller.
See, I read a lot about that.
Oh, yeah. I saw parts of that,
Yeah.
That's like number in the top 5 of everybody's.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but
recommended. Not again, just a thriller, but it's horror. It's creepy. Other than that, I'm with you. The Grudge and this and that, I'm just not interested. They're different. I think they're trying to recapture some prior magic in some of these old movies, but
it's hard.
Different.
It's hard to scare people because society's so scary. Like, we're so desensitized to things. And dude, the news is the scariest thing you can watch. Like, not to be all like whatever, but like, I mean,
Yeah.
The world, like, we're desensitized, and it's hard to scare people. It's hard for me to imagine something that would scare me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm scared enough. Like, I have children in this world. I'm afraid. Like, it's just, I don't know what would scare me.
Yeah.
I mean, well, like, one of the other honorable mention that I had was, do you guys remember the movie The Others?
Yeah, with Nicole Kidman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was decent. That wasn't bad.
It was creepy, but I only put that on there for the simple fact of the twist at the end was so unique that she was the ghost.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
He thought there was ghosts all throughout the house. Turns out she was the ghost from the past. You know what I mean? And like people
Bitch,
were
that ain't unique. The
in the
Sixth Sense.
kid
Bruce Willis is a ghost. Sorry, have you not seen it?
No, I'm sorry. There was a scream outside. It was kind of appropriate at the timing. But yeah, sorry.
We're coming to take you away, Dean.
The funny part.
Yeah. Like the last one on my list, I think it was The Thing, John Carpenter. The whole premise was again fantastic.
Yeah.
You're stuck on a base. Alien infiltrates the base. You don't know who the alien is. The shape-shifting type presence.
It's like Dean's COVID right now.
Yeah. Where is it?
Who handle on it? It's just kind of mutating and morphing and showing up places.
I'm going to tie you guys up in we'll do the whole blood test thing. We'll put the blood in the vial and get the hot cable. Yeah, Kurt Russell.
I mean, you have it. I'm going to tie you guys up.
Like I said, the whole premise was great. Yeah. Blood jumps out of the thing, which was a great scene, by the way.
I'm exposed.
All right, so we definitely had a lot of consistency. We had and it's interesting that, like you say, Nick, it's all from our younger eras. Even though the
I think that's
might
when
be
you're the
older.
most scared.
Right.
Yeah. And you're right. I mean, you think about where we, even in a short span of time, like you said, the accessibility to everything, it's like you say, it just desensitizes people. You can look up anything anytime you want to. Back then, I mean, I was lucky to watch the news at all. And, you're just kind of running around and doing your thing. And again, just different. The production was different. The storylines were different. You had more originality. Some of these are based on books. Obviously, some of these directors were one of a kind with Hitchcock, etc. So just a different era. Was it what's his name? Peele. Sorry, I did it again.
Jordan Peele.
Peele, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely. A guy like that definitely seems to appreciate the style of horror. Maybe I think so. So I think people like that are, appreciate the same type of horror and storylines and all that we do. I think we'll see maybe a bit more, in the future. But I don't know. Right now, these days, I'm not overly impressed with what they're putting out today. Give me these movies. Give me the classics. I'll keep coming back to these personally.
And you think, like, for example, I'm sorry, go ahead, Dean.
Real quick, speaking of horror, I think we all do want to acknowledge and are aware of whatever metamorphosis Brian just went through right there.
Okay, I didn't want to say anything. I didn't know it was my
You were breaking up and
there was
slowing down, and it was a little scary, and we couldn't see it, and then I got sick. We're better now. You're good.
All part of the effect. What I was saying is just that the someone like Jordan Peele hopefully will be an influence to bring some of this better storylines and that type of horror back into the fold and maybe be influential at that point. That's all I was trying to say.